Right now, more than 5 billion people are connected to a single invisible network. This is the evolution of the Internet. 1957, a Cold War spark. The Soviet Union launches Sputnik, the world's first artificial satellite. Shocked by the technological gap, the United States creates ARPA, a new agency dedicated to advanced research. Nobody yet knows this agency will one day give birth to a global network. 1969, the first connection. ARPA researchers connect two computers, one at UCLA and one at Stanford, over a network called ARPANET. The very first message sent is meant to be log in, but the system crashes after just 2 letters. It's a modest, glitchy beginning for what will become the backbone of modern communication. 1971, electronic mail programmer Ray Tomlinson sends the first email between 2 separate computers. He chooses the @ symbol to separate the user's name from the machine's name. A simple punctuation choice quietly becomes one of the most typed symbols on Earth. 1973, building the protocols. Researchers Vint Cerf and Bob Kahn begin designing TCP/IP, a common language for computer networks to talk to each other. Until now, different networks couldn't easily communicate. This protocol changes that completely. It becomes the technical foundation the entire Internet will eventually run on. 1983, ARPANET adopts TCP/IP. ARPANET officially switches to the TCP/IP protocol, a moment many consider the Internet's true birthday. Separate, disconnected networks can now be linked together into one larger system. The word Internet, short for interconnected networks, starts to take on real meaning. 1989, the World Wide Web. At CERN, a physics lab in Switzerland, scientist Tim Berners-Lee proposes a new way to share documents using links. He calls it the World Wide Web, built on simple addresses, pages, and hyperlinks. For the first time, ordinary people, not just researchers, can imagine browsing information visually. 1991, the web goes. Public Berners-Lee's World Wide Web becomes publicly available for anyone to use. The very first website goes live, explaining what the web is and how to build a page on it. The Internet quietly stops being a research tool and starts becoming a public space. 1993, the first popular browser. Mosaic, one of the first graphical web browsers, is released to the public. For the first time, users can see images and text together on the same page instead of plain text alone. Browsing the web starts to feel less technical and far more inviting to everyday people. 1995, getting online at home. Dial-up internet services bring the web into millions of households for the first time. The screeching sound of a modem connecting becomes a strange, unforgettable soundtrack of the decade. Email, chat rooms, and early websites turn home computers into windows onto a much larger world. 1998, Google is born. 2 Stanford students, Larry Page and Sergey Brin, launch a search engine called Google. Its ranking system treats links between pages almost like votes of trust and importance. Finding information on the growing web suddenly becomes dramatically faster and more accurate. 2004, social networking arrives. A website called Facebook launches, initially limited to college students. It reimagines the Internet not just as a place to find information, but to maintain relationships. Within a few years, sharing personal moments online becomes a global daily habit. 2007, the Internet goes. Mobile Apple releases the iPhone, putting a full web browser into people's pockets for the first time. Mobile apps soon turn smartphones into the primary way most people experience the Internet. Being online stops being something you do at a desk and becomes something you simply always are. 2010s, streaming takes over. Faster broadband and mobile data make streaming video and music mainstream. Services delivering shows, films, and songs on demand quietly replace physical discs and downloads. The Internet shifts from something you visit to something constantly playing in the background of daily life. 2016, data becomes the new currency. Companies increasingly build business models around collecting and analyzing user data. Personalized ads, recommendations, and algorithms begin shaping what people see and buy. Attention itself becomes one of the most valuable resources on the Internet. 2020, a global lifeline. As a pandemic forces billions indoors, the Internet becomes essential rather than optional. Video calls, remote work, online school, and telehealth surge almost overnight. For many, the line between online life and real life quietly disappears. 2020s, the rise of AI on the web. Artificial intelligence tools begin generating text, images, and conversations directly within everyday browsing. Search engines, assistants, and chatbots start answering questions instead of just linking to pages. The internet starts shifting from a place you search to a system you can simply talk to. 2020s, concerns over control. Rising concerns emerge over misinformation, data privacy, and the concentration of power among a few tech companies. Governments around the world begin debating new regulations to govern the digital space. The open, decentralized dream of the early internet faces new questions about who really controls it. 2030s, projected. An immersive web era. Augmented and virtual reality technologies may blend digital information directly into physical spaces. Browsing the web could shift from tapping screens to moving through fully immersive digital environments. The boundary between the physical world and the online one may continue to blur. 2040s, an intelligent network. Future networks may be shaped heavily by autonomous AI systems managing traffic, security, and content in real time. The internet could evolve from a tool people use into an active participant in daily decision-making. Whatever form it takes, the core idea, instantly connecting minds across distance, is likely to remain unchanged. From two computers exchanging a single crashed message to a network connecting more than half of humanity in an instant. The internet was never just cables and code. It was always about connection, distance erased by design. The next version of the internet hasn't been built yet, but somewhere, right now, someone is already writing the code that changes everything again. Subscribe, because when the next evolution happens, we'll be there to show you first.